Am I normal?
Or am I nuts?
Well, it's a question we ask Dr. Keith Ablow every week. He joins us now. Hey, Dr. Keith. So we're going to get right into it here. Our first viewer question says, I get so depressed this time of year. I'm not necessarily in a bad place, but as I get older, I feel as though I could have done more with my life. And the winter months after New Year's get harder and harder. I'm feeling really blue. Normal or nuts?
Well, listen, I'm going to say normal with a caveat. Normal, though. Listen, you got to make sure you don't have seasonal affective disorder, real depression that happens every winter and has the same symptoms as depression, major depression. However, reassessing your life as the seasons change, both metaphorically in your life and literally on the calendar, is a good thing. Why try to avoid it? Why not take this as a wake-up call and say, what haven't I done in my life? And then take one step. I always tell people this. If you think you should have written the great American novel, just buy a tape series on how to write a novel. Buy a book on how to do that. Just take one step. It can literally melt the ice from your dreams.
Wow, that's a good advice there, Doctor. Thanks. Okay, so we have another one coming in. My boyfriend and I have been dating for nearly a year, yet whenever he's referring to me, I notice that he doesn't call me his girlfriend, especially to family and friends. Is this normal or nuts?
You notice that, do you? You're nuts. Right, she's nuts. He's normal because he apparently doesn't think of her as his girlfriend or is uncomfortable saying it, yet she says, this is my boyfriend. Well, this is a bilateral thing. Relationships involve two people.
Yes.
I would advise her to tell him, listen, I think of us as boyfriend and girlfriend. If you don't, you better tell me directly so I can make a decision whether to stay.
Sure, a normal question and statement to make to the one you're in relationship with. Now, how about this one? My husband and dad are always fighting with one another, everything from politics to traffic. They can barely be in the same room together. The screaming gets so loud. These are two grown men. Are they normal or are they nuts?
Well, barely normal. And I say normal because, look, you know, they really disagree. This is reality. And again, things shouldn't be left at the surface. You should dig down deep and find out what is the subtext here. Why are they going at it like this? It may not have to do with politics. It may have to do with a slight from 8 years ago.
Of course. Hey, let me ask you this. I know you're in Boston, so a lot of celebration there for New England fans. But how normal or nuts is it to keep it going with the high or with the post-Super Bowl depression that kind of hits a lot of Super Bowl and football fans?
It's so normal. I went into the variety store I go to this morning. There was the cover of the Boston Herald with the trophy, and it said, deflate this, with the big football in chrome. And I thought, wow, I'm taking 2 copies.
Okay, so it's normal to let it go, keep that high running through the season ending, right?
Well, you know, we're buried in snow here. This warms our hearts. It's a great team and a great comeback. So I'm all in.
Fair enough. Dr. Keith Ablow, enjoy that celebration there, and thanks for being with us this morning.
All right. Take care.
You got it.